it craves it because it's redox signaling molecules in the body that are responsible for life.
Welcome to Ask the Beauty Advisor, a podcast that answers your health and beauty questions. Hosted by health and beauty advisor, Deanna Lynn.
Hey there. Thank you for tuning in today to Ask the Beauty Advisor. This is the podcast where we talk about all things health and beauty. I'm your host, Deanna, and I'm here to get answers for all your health and beauty questions. And on today's episode, we're going to be talking about a very advanced technology that you may or may not have heard of, Redox Signaling. Now, this is a technology that you're going to be hearing more and more about. And today, our guest, Darren Melito from ASEA, is going to break it down and tell us exactly what redox signaling is, how it can affect your health, your beauty, and your mental state. So we have a very interesting show today, and I'm anxious to get started. Let me just go ahead and bring Darren on.
Hey, all right. Yeah. Woo. Energize, realize, feels so good just to be alive. Time's a gift, my time is free.
Hello, Darren. Thank you for joining us today. How are you?
I'm doing great. Thank you for the opportunity to speak with you today.
Oh, no, we're excited to have you on. All right, why don't we start? I'd like for our listeners to get to know a little bit about you. So why don't we start with some of your background? You're an independent consultant right now for, and excuse me if I mispronounce this, is it pronounced ASEA?
It's pronounced ASEA.
ASEA, okay. So you're an independent contractor right now for a company called ASEA. Is that correct?
Yes.
What exactly does the name ASEA mean?
ASEA means from the sea.
From the sea. Well, duh, I should have known that one. Now, how long have you been with the company?
I started my independent distributorship a little over 3 years ago.
Great. And now this is your full-time job, am I correct?
Yes, this is what I do full-time now.
What did you do before you were an independent representative for ASEA?
My background is primarily in telecommunications. I spent many years building communication networks on a large scale throughout the Midwest, global positioning systems and things of that nature.
Now, did you leave that company to become an independent rep? Did you get laid off? Did the company go out of business? How did you end up becoming a consultant for ASEA?
Well, I first went to school for telecommunications, and I was recruited by a company, and I worked for that company for years, and then I went to a couple other companies, and I wound up beginning to work for myself doing the same type of work. And I wasn't fulfilled by it. It was not fulfilling. It paid the bills, but I didn't really feel that I was doing much. I wasn't making much of a contribution. I didn't feel, obviously it made people's life more comfortable and easy, but it really wasn't what I wanted to do.
You felt like something was missing.
I really did. I felt like something was missing. And I was introduced by a friend of our family who introduced us to this product, ASEA. And at the time, I really wasn't looking for anything. I didn't have any health issues, but I gave it a try because the woman is wonderful and I wanted to help her out. And I instantly noticed a difference. And as I researched it more, I got more into the science of it. I was really intrigued, and I was really captivated and drawn in, and I saw an opportunity to fill that emptiness that I had felt with being part of this company.
So you actually were trying to do something kind for someone that you cared about or liked as a person, and you wanted to help them out.
Yes.
Never realizing that this was really something that was going to help you out.
Right, exactly.
So, okay, so probably at this point, the audience is probably dying to know what exactly ASEA is. What kind of products are they? Can you tell us that?
Yes, ASEA is a stabilized redox signaling molecule supplement. The product itself has trillions of stabilized redox signaling molecules in it.
Now, when you say redox, can you tell us exactly what you mean by redox? I don't think we know exactly what you're saying when you say redox. Explain what redox means to us.
Yeah, I can explain what, I think the best thing I can do is first explain what oxidants are in the body. Okay, to explain antioxidants, first I'll explain oxidants because it's easier to understand after you understand what an oxidant is. A byproduct of a living being consuming oxygen is an oxidative result. So as we breathe in oxygen, our body begins to oxidize. It's similar to a fire. A fire needs oxygen and it needs a fuel source. And we're the same way where we need oxygen and we need a fuel source. The byproduct of that is that our bodies slowly burn. And that burning is what is called oxidation. The best example or the best way to describe that would be to think of rust. The body is very slowly rusting, and that's what oxidation is. And oxidation has gotten a bad rap in the sense where it's believed that there's no use for oxidants in the body, which isn't actually true. Oxidative stress is what will fight off an infection or fight off a cold. It's what will heal a wound. It's what makes a bruise disappear. And that's the body's natural, that's what the body uses to fight off those types of injuries, is oxidation. Now, an antioxidant would be just something that takes away oxidants in the body. And there's two ways to get antioxidants. The one way would be obviously outside of the body through some sort of man-made product. But the body actually produces natural antioxidants also, which would be obviously more beneficial to a person if they were taking it naturally. Now, the difference between an antioxidant and a redox molecule, which means a redox is an abbreviation for reductant and oxidant. The difference between these two is that the body's oxidizing, and then you take something such as a blueberry, and you're taking an antioxidant. Well, that's a pretty good relation because you're offsetting the oxidant with an antioxidant. A redox signaling molecule is a perfectly balanced molecule, which is 50% reduction and 50% oxidation. Therefore, the body needs that oxidation to fight off a illness, let's say. But once that illness has been curtailed, the reductant of that oxidative molecule consumes it and makes it disappear so it no longer does any oxidative damage. So that's really what you want in the body, is you want your redox signaling molecules to be optimal. Now, at a rate of about 1% a year, from the time we reach puberty on, we lose redox signaling molecules. So each year, you figure you're losing 1% of these absolutely necessary redox signaling molecules in the body. And since we're losing them, we lose the ability to fight off injury, and we lose the ability to fight off outside oxidation, which also comes our way through pesticides, herbicides, processed foods, things like that. Not all oxidative stress is bad, like I had said earlier, we need those oxidants. The real culprit of what aging is based on is what's called a free radical. A free radical is an oxidant inside of a cell which bounces around and tries to gain energy from wherever it can because it's trying to become balanced. And everybody has these free radicals in their body which cause a chain reaction, which is responsible for the aging process. And to get rid of these free radicals, it's the redox signaling molecule in the body which detects it and then destroys it. So by taking in the redox signaling molecule from the product, you're actually curtailing the aging process.
Can we just kind of dummy this down a little so that maybe we can understand it a little clearer?
Okay.
What you're saying here is that we need oxygen.
But although oxygen does a lot of good for us, it also has a side effect that can oxidize our system and age us.
Yes.
Okay, so in order to fight off the side effects, we need an antioxidant.
Yes.
Okay, and redox, kind of explain the meaning of redox again, because I'm not getting that one in.
Okay, redox. An antioxidant would be an outside of the body antioxidant. So if you're eating something that's high in antioxidants, such as blueberries would be the perfect example, that would be an antioxidant. But the body's natural antioxidant is called a redox signaling molecule. So it's recognized instantly by the body. There's no acclimation. When you eat a blueberry, it's great. It's all natural, it's organic. That's great, but there's an acclimation process that it has to go through. Your body has to consume it and then digest it and pull the nutrients from it and all those things that the body needs to go through to process something that's not native to the body. The product itself, the redox signaling molecule that I distribute, is all native to the body. So the body recognizes it instantaneously. There's no digestion. There's really no absorption. It just recognizes it and it draws it into the system. And it begins to get rid of these oxidative stress that the body's under.
Very interesting. So then ASEA would be kind of different from any other supplement. Is this what makes ASEA different from other supplements?
Yes, the only place to get redox signaling molecules is in your body producing them naturally or in this product. The product is trillions of stabilized redox signaling molecules, just like your body would make. So the body actually, it doesn't see it as anything different than what it does itself. And that's what makes it so unique, because there's nothing like it anywhere else except in the body. And since the body produces it, the body craves it and it acclimates it instantaneously. When you apply it to your skin, it's really quite amazing how quickly it draws it in. It craves it because it's redox signaling molecules in the body that are responsible for life. From redox signaling molecules, it produces all the steps that are necessary for us to actually be able to move. Without redox signaling molecules, we don't have glutathione or ATP, which is energy. And when we blink, when we move our arms, when we stand up, when we talk, we're using ATP. That's the actual energy that our bodies need. And the only way to produce that is through redox signaling molecules. So this is the first step in the process of life that you are taking internally or applying to your skin.
Okay, wait a minute. I'm getting confused here. Is ASEA a supplement or is it a skincare product?
There are two applications. There is a supplement. The skincare application is actually a supplement also, because the skin is an organ. It's the entire body is just trillions and trillions of cells formed into a shape. So everything is just cells. Your skin it's just cells. Your heart is just cells. Your bones are just cells, and your brains are just cells, and so on and so forth. So both the applications, whether you consume it or you apply it topically, they really are both supplements, because you're supplementing the age and the wear and tear in your skin too when you apply it to your skin. But there are two applications. You can drink it and it's instantaneously absorbed into your system, or you can apply it topically to any area that you want to restore life to. It's people mostly use it on their face because it's very easy to see those results of the fine lines or the skin blotchiness or the acne disappearing. But it does the same thing when you take it internally. The difference is when you take it internally, the body will send those molecules to the part of the body that needs it most. So let's just say you're dealing with some sort of heart issue. The body wants to live and it wants to function at an optimal level. So it'll send those trillions of molecules to help the heart do what it needs to do. This is a product that really just gives the body the tools it needs to repair itself, because that's what the body wants to do. The body craves life. It wants to live. And by this, you're just giving it the fuel it needs, or the tool it needs to go on and live the way it wants to.
So there are two products, one that you can take internally, a supplement that you take internally, and then also there is one that you can apply outwardly to your skin.
Yes.
So when we refer to the supplement, for the internal supplement, we're referring to a liquid supplement. It's not a tablet or a capsule. It's a liquid supplement. Am I correct on that?
Well, the one you take internally is a liquid. There's nothing in it except for the stabilized redox signaling molecules. There's just trillions of them.
Mm-hmm.
And you can spray that on your skin if you want.
Okay.
And the topical solution is the same exact thing. It's just the stabilized redox signaling molecules and a small amount of all natural clay, which is used to thicken it. So as you apply it to your skin, it doesn't roll down as it would if you were to just spray it on your body. You can actually eat the topical form and get the same exact results as if you were drinking the internal one, because it's the same exact product.
Wow, very interesting. Could you tell us about some of the physical changes that you've seen by using the products? First, tell us what you've seen physically, outwardly, and then go in and tell us about some of the health issues that you or somebody you know, some of the results they have gotten from using the product.
For myself personally, the results I have seen is I have no muscle soreness after exercise. And that's really big for me because I work out quite often. And as long as I'm taking the product, which I do very faithfully, I have not been sore in my muscles for a couple years.
Now that's taking the product internally, correct? Or can you just also rub the product on sore muscles?
You can rub it on your sore muscles also, yes.
Okay. So you take it internally and what do you drink it every day? How much of it do you drink every day?
I drink 2 to 4 ounces every day.
Now, are you mixing the liquid supplement with a juice or something? How exactly are you taking it? Does it have any taste?
Well, you drink it straight.
Okay.
And the reason you don't want to mix it with anything else is because all living things with cells have redox signaling molecules. So this is something interesting about the product. If you were to mix it with orange juice, it would try to reconstitute the orange juice because it recognizes everything organic. So you can actually mix it with the juice if you wanted to, but as you drank it, you would be losing some of the benefit.
Okay.
Because the juice, the fruit, it wants to live, and the redox signaling molecules just want to provide life. So you want to avoid mixing with anything. You want to avoid having consumed anything a few minutes before that. You want to make sure that you're glass is clean that you're drinking it out of. You want to really make sure you get the most bang for your buck from the product.
Well, the ASEA products are very interesting, and I want to know a little bit more about some of the results maybe that you've seen topically. What have you seen topically by using the product as a skincare product?
Well, topically, I apply it to my face also, and you want to apply it to clean skin. So after you get out of the shower, you just apply it to your skin, and it completely taken away all the lines on my face. Actually, I feel like, and I've heard that I actually look younger now than I did when I was younger, because it reduces all those fine lines, and it also makes your skin healthier too. The thing about the body is that the body's always changing. So let's take the skin, for example. Every 28 days, skin cells are replenished. If you're making advancements in your skin's going to look healthier in 28 days. If you're not, every 28 days, every cycle of that, your skin's just going to look more aged. And that's just the natural process of aging, especially up until the supplement came out. This is the first time there's been an opportunity to turn back the clock on the aging process in that sense, because every 28 days when your skin should be aging, it's actually repairing itself for 28 days.
Now, would you be able to incorporate the ASEA skincare along with your other skincare products? How does that work?
Yes, you would want to use this first. You want to make sure your skin's clean. You want to apply it first, allow it to sit for a few minutes and be absorbed. And then you just use whatever your normal beauty routine is. If you want to put on lotion or makeup or any of that type of stuff, you just want to apply it to clean skin so it absorbs the most that it can.
Okay. Now, what about other people? What differences have you made in other people's health? Maybe some of your clients or some of the people who purchased the products. What difference has it made for their health?
Yes. Personally, I could say the first thing I noticed besides the muscle soreness and the reduction of fine lines is that my attitude is better. My outlook is better. And I've spoken with several people about this, and I do know that a couple people who were taking antidepressants have stopped needing to take them once they got on this product. And that's basically because, you're just dealing with brain cells. So your body's repairing those cells. Other things I have seen are people with severe injuries, illnesses, afflictions. For example, my grandmother lost mobility in one of her arms, and she tried this product for a couple months, and she gained full mobility back in her arm, which not only gives her back her mobility in her arm. I'm sure you can imagine how scary it is for you, especially if you're older in life and all of a sudden you are unable to move a huge portion of your body that come up with that. So not only is it the physical transformation, it's also the emotional transformation of giving somebody back something that they have lost.
Right.
People use it for all types of things. Since everything is a cell, it helps everything. So women use it for menstrual cramps, or people use it to reduce the appearance of scars, or it gives you an all-natural energy boost because it's giving your body the tool it needs to have more energy.
Has there been any clinical trials or scientific studies done on ASEA, on the products themselves?
Yes. The science of redox signaling molecules is not very old in the general outlook of how much research has been done in the medical profession. It's only been in about the past 15 years that scientists have really been looking at redox signaling molecules, which is what this product is, and the benefits. And it's really only been in probably the past 7 to 10 years where they've actually been recognized as benefits. And in those 10 years, more and more peer-reviewed studies have come out touting how important redox signaling molecules are to a person's health. It's going to be a much studied technology in the future. I actually just read an article not too long ago about how the study of redox signaling molecules is going to be one of the top 10 researched products in the future. So it's going to be even more looked into in the future than it is now. So we're really at the beginning stages of this, and to think that the product's already here, it's already developed, it's already patented, it's already available to people. When you're trying it, when you're involved in it, it's really like you're on the cutting edge of technology.
Because it is such a new technology, it's kind of hard to understand what the ingredients are. I know you said it's a molecule, but are there any other ingredients in the product besides just a molecule? Is there an active ingredients? Are there preservative? Are there any other ingredients in the product?
Okay, well, like I said earlier, the body is just cells. And the cells are formed to make whatever they make, the skin or heart or whatever. The components of the cell are hydrogen, oxygen, and sodium chloride, which is just salt and water. So the body is just made up of salt and water. When the body cell, which is salt and water, begins to produce this process of life, what it does is it breaks those two components into free-floating atoms. So it takes the sodium chloride and the hydrogen oxygen and breaks them apart. And now instead of having two components, you have four. And what it does is it reconstitutes, and that reconstitution is a stabilized redox signaling molecule. And that's all the product is. It's just a reconstituted cell, let's say. So those are the only ingredients. And it does sound really simple, and it sounds kind of, well, how does that even work? But that's how the body is. The body is very simple, and it's provided very simple tools, and it turns them into a very complex thing, and that has been able to be replicated in this product. And since it's only those reconstituted atoms, it's 100% native to the body, which is why it's instantly absorbed. It's 100% non-toxic. You can actually drink it or apply it to your skin all day, every day, without actually ever having a negative effect. And the same can't be said if you were to drink water all day, eventually your body would drown. If you were to really take in anything, there's a test called the Ld50 Factor, which is a scientific test that tells a person how much of something they can consume. Well, this product has no toxicity, so you can just continue to take it nonstop, and you can continue to see the benefits of it. So the active ingredients are just those native elements to the body.
So basically, there is nothing in this product other than the molecule itself.
Yep, there's nothing added. There's nothing you can be allergic to. I mean, it doesn't matter what type of allergy you have, you can't be allergic to it. The only thing that you will experience from it, if your body is highly toxic and you have heavy metal poisoning, or you have a lot of those pesticides or herbicides, you're dealing with a very serious condition, you will need to drink lots of water and sweat quite a bit, because you want to get rid of those poor cells that are being replaced by your now healthier cells. So as you take this product, as you drink it, you just want to make sure you drink enough water to get rid of the cells that are being replaced, because that's what it does. It replaces these negative toxic cells with 100% optimally functioning new cells.
Wow, I'm very impressed. It sounds very exciting. And I'd love to talk to you more. I'm sure the listeners have a lot more questions they'd like to talk to you about. So before we get bumped off here, because we're just about running out of time, Darren, where can people contact you at?
It would probably be best if I was called or emailed, and this way whoever wanted to discuss it, I could send them the appropriate information based on what type of results they wanted to see. I could give my phone number, which is 406-551-0201, or my email, which is Boundless Horizons. That's BOUNDLESSHORIZONS @yahoo.com.
I will put your links, your email address, and your phone number in the show notes. So anybody listening today can click on the icon and it'll be right there in the show notes for you. Or you can go to our blog, askthebeautyadvisor.com. On this week's blog post, I will have information, all that information also. All right, Darren, I want to thank you for coming on. It's a pleasure having you on, and I'll have to talk to you a little bit more about the products. I would like to get some for myself, so we will talk about that soon. Have a great day, and thanks for coming on.
Thank you for having me. You have a great day, too.
Ask the Beauty Advisor is a part of the Beauty Radio Network. If you have a podcast or need help in starting a podcast and would like to be a part of a free, supportive network, then learn more by contacting Deanna at beautyradionetwork.com.